Hello everyone, my name is Daisy Carolina Alzate, and today we will tell you about bilingualism in Colombia. Okay, um, in our country, the concept of bilingualism is directly associated with learning English as a second language, which with it a great privilege over other foreign languages. A Creole and Amerindian language as an example of this. We can see that in public institutions in the country, the English language has been adopted as a compulsory area within the curriculum and the national government. Um, for the last 2 decades has been regulating and strengthening the curriculum in this area. But I think that this has not really been enough. There is still more training for teachers and more motivation for students because there really is that many students only see English as one more area that does not present the work of their classrooms, and it is that perhaps they do not find functionally that goes beyond relating tasks, fulfilling mandatory tasks to pass this area. In this sense, I consider that the bilingual education should be focused on the understanding and recognition of the other cultures, understand as human beings, we are surrounded by great cultures rich which are very extensive, and learning a second language allows us to apprentice, learn more about the reach of these cultures. Okay, so mother language and interculturally are great aliens that allow discovering different perspectives and culture reach. In this sense, it is important that from government bilingualism programs, the panorama begins to bend a little more towards the learning of other mother language and language of our country, which also implies recognition of the culture and traditions that exist in the countries and communities to which this language belong. At present, we can see that most of the people who means to obtain a good level in a second language do some ensure of their professional interests and personal goals, and in many cases invest private institutions in order to see better possibilities, work, and better quality of life, which is creating a common among citizens. But I think that from government programs and public educational institutions, much more we can be done to achieve the integration of the culture component and linguistic quint in students. That is to say that students and citizens are a way that being bilingualism is not only linked to the share for a better yet, but understands the importance of knowing the history and cultural reach throughout the story of language other than English. In Colombia and worldwide, there are many languages that we will do not and that it is important to recognize and prescribe from disciples. As an example of this, we can see that in Latin American countries, the privilege is given to learning language such as English, and this is hit with the hope that citizens will have better possibilities to overcome economic difficulties and advance in the goals of life, which removes a bit the multicultures, meaning that second language learning should have been. It is important and the American language are part of the cultural legacy of Colombia and the Americas. This is as an example of this situation. Thank you so much for your attention.